Clarkson University is mourning the shooting death of a former professor. Gigi Yan was gunned down allegedly by a UNC graduate student on Monday at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. That student is now charged with murder. Yan was an assistant professor of chemical and biomolecular engineering at Clarkson from 2015 to 2019. The dean of Clarkson's School of Engineering says the Clarkson community is devastated to learn of the professor's passing and that, quote, Dr. Yan was a beloved member of our faculty and made lasting impressions on students and colleagues.